This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. They are not experts in love, science, or common sense, but they are professionals in talking shit. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Souly for Laughs. I'm your host, JD.
I'm JoJo.
And your girl, Mima.
And today we're going to start with the question that was sent in to us by one of our very loyal viewers.
Dum, dum, dum.
The question is, do you think real healing starts from within or the people you be around?
Or the people you be around. So I'll go first. I'll volunteer my thoughts on this first. For me, my healing was me going into my depths. A lot of darkness and a lot of truths about myself. Just facing a lot of shit that you don't want to face.
Yeah.
A lot of realization and about why you are the way that you are and what your patterns are, what your triggers are, and understanding yourself more. And obviously that inner healing always leads you back to your childhood. Everything starts in your childhood. And the people that helped raise you, the people that were around you, all that stuff. And then when it comes to the second part of the question, which is...
Just one part.
Oh, I thought there was a second.
No.
To me, in my brain, it's the second part.
No, it's just one part.
So is it either or?
That you're answering for yourself.
I forgot.
Well, thank you for correcting me on how many parts there are.
Sorry.
The question, because it's either, do you think real healing starts from within or the people you be around?
Yeah, so it's either or.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase myself. It's not a second part of the question. It's
But for
either
yourself,
or.
Yeah.
For me, it was
From within.
from within, but the people surrounding me also helped. Like, we aren't meant to heal alone. Our bodies aren't, like, scientifically, we co-regulate with each other through our nervous systems. And we're not meant to heal alone. We're meant to eventually go back into community and heal. But it also depends on the people that you surround yourself with, because the people that you surround yourself with, if they're not on that same level of wanting to heal and better themselves, they either can make your healing easier or they can make it harder for you. And that's when certain people start falling off of your circle, because you're not vibrating at the same frequency anymore. Like, you have a different mindset on what you want from life and how you move through life and all that stuff. Like, you don't want to be around people that are going to dysregulate you all the time and trigger you all the time. But for me, it's both. You go inward and outward, and they happen simultaneously or they happen one at a time, but we need each other. Yeah.
So for myself, the people that I was around is what sent me to therapy. Like, I needed to heal. But I used to just write and I thought I was okay. But the people that were around me are that's when I realized, okay, I gotta do something about this for me. But it's because of my surroundings, people that I chose to go to therapy. If it was up to me, I would have never went. Like, I don't think I would have ever realized I had these things wrong with me if the people around me didn't point them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, once I was in therapy, now the work is all mine. Like, I have to do the work to go into that healing journey and actually put the work in to get rid of what the issues were and be okay with some of the issues that remained, But that's a really good question.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. I was like, healing starts within, but it starts with the motherfuckers you around.
Like, dead ass.
In good ways and bad ways.
And I would say also that sometimes you're around people that make you want to upgrade yourself, right? Like, so healing ultimately comes down to you. So yes, it does start within, but sometimes you're inspired by your surroundings. So just to sum up what both said, because basically that's it.
And, like, our relationship is a perfect, mirror to that, because I think the reason why we're in each other's lives right now is because we're, like, on the same wavelength when it comes to healing in life and just like being real with each other and like having difficult conversations. Like if something I did bothered you or something you know you did bothered me, like we can all have that conversation. And when you can't have conversations like that with people that are like take it so personal that they haven't even realized like, hey, that have the self-awareness, like, yeah, maybe I did do some fucked up shit, like let me be more self-aware and kind of like see what I did and, you know, apologize or whatever, like change my ways after that. Like I think when you are a person that's self-aware that is around people that aren't self-aware, it is very difficult
Yeah, it is.
to have a relationship with people like that. And I have learned that in the last couple years, and I just don't even want to have a relationship with people like that. Even I feel bad, but I just it dysregulates me.
Yeah, we were having that conversation before we started recording in my kitchen, and I was saying like when I had my last therapy session, for me it was like out of sight, out of mind. Like I'm one like for if you not even people that did me wrong, like, but obviously if you do me wrong, you can forget about it. Like I can switch that off so quick. But
so it's one and done for you.
It depends what though. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends what. Like obviously, like if you lie about something, if it's not that serious, it's okay, whatever. Some people, you know, people lie about certain shit too,
Or if you
because
get
they're
hit
uncomfortable
with a book bag.
But if it's something major, like you did something to disrupt my peace in a way that now I'm like trying to fight to find it back, I don't need people like that around me.
Yeah.
And then like I was telling you, like certain friends that haven't been around after you haven't been around, I'm not talking like weeks, I'm talking like
years.
almost like, yes, a lot of months and years. It ends up being like out of sight, out of mind, right? So sometimes, and I've said this before, sometimes I feel like a part of me is like, oh, you are missing the part of friendship where like you reach out to people and they're like, oh, hey, how's everything going? How's it been? But then on the other side of that, I'm like, well, they didn't reach out and say, hey, how's it going? How's it been? How you doing? Or whatever. Like if they're not checking in and I forget to check in, that relationship is slowly just going to drift.
Oh, yeah.
Because to me, it's like, I have my people around me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my friends around me all the time. I have whoever's is involved in my life. Those are the ones that I'm going to gravitate to. Yeah. But for our listeners, this one's a little more serious. Obviously, we have ADHD, so don't be surprised if Joanna just throws a fucking pussy joke in there somehow.
You are the joke. That's the pussy.
You're in the back of your neck.
Time.
Damn. The back of my neck ain't fat, actually.
Not today.
Nah, I don't have a fat... I don't have a fat neck, bro.
You didn't have any glue, so you're...
It's not a fat neck. It's, you know how men have that little, like,
but I
pussy
don't.
behind your back?
Look,
yeah.
I have a pussy behind my neck?
A little bit. It's a small one. Little cooter.
Anyway, so...
Elite's is shaved nicely.
Yeah, it is. So, let's get into pressure and vulnerability. And and on the whiteboard in notes is, have you ever felt like you couldn't fall apart? Mima.
Duh.
Parents.
It's literally the epitome of being a parent.
I think that the minute I had a kid, I was like, okay, maybe it's not all about me anymore. And I personally felt like being strong was not being vulnerable, which obviously I learned that's not the case. But there's been many times where I'm like holding on by a fucking thread, and I'm like, damn, the world doesn't stop no matter how I'm feeling. So many, many, many times, and many, many more to come, I'm sure.
For me, it was when I went through my last marriage, when I got divorced, because it affected my oldest son so much that I felt like he couldn't see me be hurt by it, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to keep it together as much as I could in front of him, even though inside and when I was by myself, I was falling apart.
Mhm.
But in front of him, because he was so distraught by the whole situation, I felt like, okay, I got to keep this kid together. I can't let him see me be hurt. Obviously, as you get older and as, you know, once I went to do therapy and stuff like that, I was like, damn, there were moments there where I should have just let him see that I was feeling it like he was feeling it.
Yeah.
So that it would have probably been more comfortable for him to feel it the
express
way he
himself.
wanted to.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
express it to you.
But life is going to throw you curveballs at you. And as parents, obviously, you do feel like, okay, I got to keep it together. Because we know our parents went through shit that we'll never know about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so...
Dude, I didn't realize my mom was depressed until one day. I maybe 14. I think I was a freshman in high school. And I remember seeing a pamphlet for depression. And like in my mind, it kind of like clicked, and I'm like, pamphlet for depression? Like, what is, like, you didn't, it never was a thought in my mind that my mom was the woman that would ever be depressed, because my mom is and was back then so strong that I never saw that side of her. But her depression didn't come out as a regular, you know, sad person. Her depression was more masked by anger.
Mhm.
And, you know, it's one of the easiest emotions that, especially in our community, in the Latin community, like, it's easier for us to express anger as opposed to sadness and depression and all that stuff. So I feel like her depression manifested in anger. So that's all I saw. So I'm like, she ain't sad. She's
Mhm.
fucking angry. But then I saw that pamphlet and I'm like, oh shit, like, what is this? And I asked her about it. She kind of like, you know,
Especially
blew me
in
off.
the Hispanic household.
I'm surprised
They're
she was probably like, this is bullshit, you know.
Yeah, she had put it in the vitrina, in the, damn it, what do you call that?
Like the china cabinet.
The
thing?
china cabinet. Yes, she put it in the china cabinet, and I was looking for something, and that's when I saw the pamphlet, like the informational pamphlet for depression.
So I'm gonna do the second one.
Wait, I didn't answer.
In order. Oh, go ahead.
To reiterate what you guys were saying, yes, that's it. For me, it was the same thing. Basically, I felt like I couldn't fall apart being a mom at a young age. I tried to hold everything together, especially when me and my daughter's father broke up. Like, I couldn't show her, you know, that I was falling apart, that I was stressing about how I was gonna make ends meet, even though, you know, I had just started, was a year into my job, but I was now holding on to all the bills by myself, every single one of them, plus whatever was left that wasn't paid before. And I don't know, like, even till this day, sometimes I try not to fall apart in front of her. And, but I do vocalize to her how I'm doing, or, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I tell her this stuff.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a mistake that our parents made that I don't want to continue. I do want to show my child that it's okay for you to fall apart. It's okay for you to be sad. It's what we do with these emotions. It's how we move forward. It's how whether we allow them to drown us, or whether we, you know, just keep ourselves afloat and trying to, like, be strong, and, like, but it's okay to fall apart. You know, tacos fall apart all the time. They're still good.
Feel like, yeah, it's okay to fall apart, but the next day you gotta keep going.
Well,
Like, that's like the hard part, which is what I've really been teaching my kid, is like, why life is so hard is because you have all these big feelings and life still goes on. So you kind of just have to process them and learn how to manage them throughout all these ups and downs, because that's really what life is.
Yeah.
Also, it's good to teach, like, your kids, or even not even kids, like everybody in general, is that feelings are valid, but
we
not
all start as kids, Juan.
Yeah,
Like,
but you know, like, feelings are valid, but not all actions are.
Right.
So
yes,
you can be upset about something or
Actions and
sad about
reactions.
something, but your reaction to things or what you're doing after that isn't gonna we're not validating everything that happens after that. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Now if you're upset, cool, you're upset. You have
you punch a wall,
you have a right to be upset.
there's a problem.
Yes, exactly. So
Which I used to do.
second one was
I did. I used
that's
to.
why
Bro.
so is that way at your house when we were younger, above the baseboard there were all those holes because you kept punching the wall.
Because I'm short. Is that a short joke? Fuck you. No, actually, it was my door. My door had all the holes.
Yeah, no, in the
Oh,
back.
so you
No,
were-
in the
in
inside.
the back, on the inside.
I thought you were saying like you were swinging the door and it was making the hole.
No.
No, I was punching the door,
Why
and
would
I
you
would
do the
punch through the door.
I thought it was a glory hole when I first went over. Because it was like right at the bottom.
And it's oh, I thought
hole for who? For
I
my
thought
dick?
you were gonna say it's at her forehead.
Damn.
I wasn't headbutting it.
People are into weird shit. I don't know.
No, I wasn't headbutting. I had a punching problem.
You get it, the headbutting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Tune it back down. So,
Keep it sexy.
Keep it vulnerable.
second part of this, keep it vulnerable.
Vulnerability is sexy.
So the second part of this, communication patterns. What did you learn about communication growing up? What habits did you have to unlearn? And
Hit
when
first.
did you realize you needed to change? Because of what you said.
Every single time I'm vulnerable, I cringe.
When she said that in my head, I thought cringe right away.
Oh my god.
Hit first is crazy.
All right. So what? Communication.
I'm gonna do this again.
What did you learn about?
The second part, communication patterns.
Uh-huh.
What did you learn about communication growing up? What habits did you have to unlearn? And when did you realize you needed to change?
I'll go in order. What I learned about communication growing up was don't do it.
There's no communicating.
There's no communication. Just sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. So pretty much avoidance. That's the communication that I learned growing up that I carried with me up until about 20 something.
3 years ago.
2025.
Still actually unshedding it because it's not easy to go from being an avoidant to being just like, you hurt my motherfucking feelings, bitch.
Unshedding it?
Yeah, unshedding.
Go ahead.
I'm shedding
Wait,
because it's
shedding.
not.
No, if you
If
unshed it, means you keep it.
yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to be vulnerable. And this is exactly why people don't be vulnerable.
She doesn't open up.
This is exactly why. You know what? I'm gonna avoid this whole conversation. Fuck you guys.
Sorry. You can continue.
Want me to cry again?
I'm tired of this. Okay, so I'm shedding it.
Yes.
What habits did I have to unlearn? Avoidance, procrastination, still working on that. I think I blame my ADHD on that. Self-diagnosed. Negative self-talk because growing up, Dominicans be calling you perras and stupid bitches and dirty bitches. Very vulgar shit. I don't know if your mom has ever said some fucked up shit to you.
Damn.
Hijo la gran
Bro,
puta.
But the puta's her then.
Yeah, no.
Like son of a bitch
Yeah.
is like you okay, you're the bitch.
Anyway, when Dominicans are upset, they really start saying some hurtful shit. And as a kid, you sometimes brush it off, but sometimes you're like,
It stays with you.
Yeah.
It's- yeah,
No,
it
that
stays
stays
with
with
you.
And
you.
not even just their voice, just negative self-talk in general. If you make a mistake, like, oh my God, God forbid you're a human being. So I'm shedding that. And when did I realize I needed to change? When I figured out that I was in a fucking loop. And that was like a couple years ago.
Like you were just
The same thought loops.
same behavior.
In a loop. Could not break it. Why the fuck am I still going through these cycles? And I
Yeah.
figured out I'm the problem.
Good job. So, for myself, growing up, communication in my house was when my dad wanted to talk about something, he was just going to talk about it. And then when he didn't want to talk about it, it was the avoidance thing. Like sometimes him and my mom will get into like these little arguments.
Like
Obviously,
between them?
I was young, so it was never like a arguing a lot, like never yelling and stuff like that. It was most like passive aggressive shit. And then like my mom would make dinner and my dad would just leave the dinner on the table and won't eat, which I thought was corny as fuck. After I got all this, I'm like, yo, this man worked all day and he's hungry.
He's starving.
I know he's hungry, but he's
Stubborn.
just gonna walk away, right? So for me, when I was in my previous relationships, when I
You
needed
wouldn't
to
eat
talk
dinner
with-
either?
No, I was fuck that.
Do
I'm
you
not-
see the man? It's like that.
Well, I
Fuck
never miss
that.
a meal.
Hell nah. I would like if something was going on and I wanted to talk about it, I was going to talk about it whether you wanted to talk about it or not. Like it was like, no, I want to talk about this because this is bothering me, so we're going to talk about it. And obviously
I was like that too.
that's not the way to go about it. So growing up and, you know, healing and going through therapy, I realized, okay, fine. It's a lot healthier when you are having a conversation with someone who actually wants to have that conversation.
Yeah.
One, they're listening. When you're talking to somebody and they don't want to hear what you're saying, like they're not listening, or they're
You're talking to a wall.
in their feelings, or they're emotional at that time. They're not
Yeah.
thinking with logic. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that for me, I had to even for myself, sometimes I would just want to talk about something and I wasn't ready to talk about it, and it was more emotional than logical. And then after I opened my mouth and said shit that I shouldn't have said, now I'm sitting back and I'm like, fuck, I just made this
Worse.
that much worse.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I also would like to add, growing up, I did not, I don't know. Well, I guess subconsciously, like, I didn't feel like protected. So I think growing up, I struggled to speak up for myself. But not only that, I also struggled to speak up for my son. So that's something too that I've been shedding. That like it's worth speaking up for. It's worth making a commotion. It's worth protecting something that matters. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So for me, what did you learn about communication growing up? Yelling. Communication was a lot of yelling in my house. My mom was always angry. My mom yelled a lot.
Yeah, she did.
There was a
I was there a lot of the time.
belittling.
Yes, there was.
to you,
Yeah, to everybody.
Yes, there was.
Me, my dad. The communication of hitting. There was that. And you know, I say all these things, but I don't hold none of these things against my mom. Like she did the best that she could with what she had, with what she knew, with how she grew up.
Yeah, you realized that later on.
Yeah, she did better than what my grandmother did. And you know, my mom was in survival mode for so long that when you're in survival mode, I feel like you revert back to your original settings, which is it comes from your parents.
Mm-hmm.
So she reverted back to what she learned from my grandmother and how my grandmother raised her, which it was, you know, hitting and like, you know, being very brute about things and wanting things at a certain time and whatever. And then then I had the completely different opposite spectrum, and it was on the other opposite side of the spectrum, and that was my dad. My dad was very quiet, does not talk about his feelings at all, doesn't know how to talk about his feelings. You could sit with him in the living room in silence for 10 hours.
Yep.
And that was him. But I didn't know. My dad has a lot of things that you would eventually see. Like he picks his nails, he bites his nails. So he definitely lives with anxiety in his body. But you would never know with the way that he acts. And which is crazy because my dad was raised by a very abusive man. He used to beat the shit out of my grandmother, and my grandmother wound up committing suicide when my dad was, I would say, less than a year old. So my dad grew up with a lot of trauma. My dad only has like maybe a kindergarten education. He doesn't know how to read or write. But he knows how to build things. He knows how to like farm. He knows how to grow things. Like he's got a green thumb. Like he knows all these other things except for anything that has to do with schoolwork. But he was the complete opposite. So I had like two different sides of people. And then even though my dad never spoke about his feelings, and I never did talk to my dad about like this happened at school and X, Y, and Z, but I always knew my dad loved me because of his affection towards me,
his
and
gentleness,
and how gentle he was with me, which is crazy because again, he was raised with an abusive person and essentially never got to meet his mom. He doesn't remember his mom. So, you know, for my household, there was like, how do I communicate? And because my mom was a stronger personality, I wound up that's what took over. I wound up communicating in a stronger way. But it's weird because you have to get that out of me. Like if you treat me roughly or like I realized the patterns that I would have in like my relationships, or like, you know, the guys that I would talk to when I was younger, because I really have only had 2 serious relationships. I would notice that I was very like soft and very easygoing, and like I went with the flow. And then eventually when they started treating me like shit, that's when that angry side of me would come out. So it was like I was being like both of my parents, kind of like a doormat, but then eventually I was a door
that you were pushing through.
You know, it's funny because I remember like coming home from after school. Like sometimes I would just stop at JoJo's house, and I'd go in the living room, and her dad would be like, "Hola Juan," and that's it. That was it.
That was it.
Then we would both just sit there. Not one word said after that.
I'm dead.
Yeah. But everyone, like people that met my dad, they always remember him being like the sweetest person ever. Like that's one thing that always stuck. But and then on to the other questions, because I'm a yapper. What habits did you have to unlearn? I had to, obviously, like you guys, I also go to therapy. But I had to unlearn the habit of listening to respond. I had to learn how to just listen and not respond immediately. Like,
so maybe drop your defensiveness.
No, it wasn't defensiveness. It was more like
defensiveness.
No, like
no, it wasn't.
I feel like
it wasn't defensiveness.
When you listen to respond, it's like you have your guard up.
Yeah, you have your exactly.
Yeah, but it depends on what it is. Like if it's something that it's something that I'm defending, yes, but not all the time you're responding to defend yourself. Sometimes you're responding because that's just like you're talking back.
No, but it is defensiveness. That's really what it is. When you're talking to somebody and they automatically want to hold on, like don't, that's wrong or this or that. That's a defense mechanism.
Yes, but I'm not just speaking it in a term. I'm not just speaking in terms of like having a conversation with someone just for that. Like let's say you're talking to me and you're telling me something deep or whatever, and I immediately want to respond because I want to like help make you feel better, and I want to like give you some advice, and I want to, like, I don't know, try to say something back to you. Sometimes you don't have to say anything back. Sometimes you just sit there and listen. So yeah, it's also for defensiveness, but I was also thinking about that part too.
And when did you realize that you had to change that? That's the third part.
When did I realize I had to change that? In the last couple of years, but that's also in being angry, like responding in anger and or defensiveness. Like I did notice that I had to change that as well. And understanding that my view isn't just the only view that there is. Like everybody has a different view. Even if my view is right, it don't mean
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it. I'm literally like, JoJo's not always right.
Me
but
too.
Is, I guess.
No, you know what JoJo's thing is? I'm not right now.
JoJo,
that's what I might not be
like,
right now.
He's gonna realize I'm right next week.
Yeah.
Okay, how often do you realize that I was right 2 weeks later?
No,
All right, now you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you are.
You don't want to be wrong. You don't want to be wrong right now.
There's been plenty
You're being
of times,
defensive.
There's been plenty of times where I eventually wound up being right, but it's okay. That's all right, guys. You don't have to tell me.
I'm out here just thinking like, damn, it's a little difficult to even. I'm thinking like, I was thinking about my mom, but I'm like, well, she wasn't even around. Then I'm like, really have to think about my interactions with my grandma, and it's like really hard to recall.
You know what's crazy about that, right? Like a lot of people think like, and now obviously I understand. I understand this because I did have a grudge against my dad for the longest time, because even though my parents were together, it always felt like my dad wasn't there, right? Like didn't go to none of my games, he worked way too many hours.
Did your mom go?
No, my mom didn't either. But my mom, so my mom, you remember, she was a babysitter.
Yeah.
So she would watch everybody's kids, literally. So, but my dad would like watch baseball, but then wouldn't go and watch me play. But he would sit at home and watch the Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they were better.
Well, that's to me. Then I realized, like, as I got older, I'm like, damn, the man just worked 16 hours. He's tired. Like, because when I work 16 hours, I'm tired. But I took that into so deeply that, like, if Mason had a match, I'm not staying that day. I'm not gonna do even if they asked me to stay for overtime, I'm not staying that day. My son has a match because I don't want him growing up and being like, all my dad did was work.
Well, you know, we're the first generation to do this, right?
So obviously for me now, don't get me wrong, like I'm over it, obviously, but because I understand, like, okay, he did the best, like you said, they did the best they could, like they really did, like
did they say none?
like they
have their own traumas.
You give them grace because they do have their own traumas, and not everybody knows how to handle it.
And I say, like, I always understand. I can understand and I can sympathize, right? But I think that
you don't have to accept.
Right, which is why I understand, but like I'm very aware that I still hold resentment towards people in my family, and I feel like low key that protects me a little bit because I kind of feel like it keeps me aware
You have boundaries.
Yeah.
And resentment, bitch.
No, but you have boundaries.
The resentment
of
creates
course.
boundaries.
My resentment protects me because of my boundaries now.
No,
yes.
That's what I'm saying.
The resentment creates
boundaries. Yes, exactly. You set the boundaries because of your resentment. Like, I felt like, even like years ago, there were certain things that you did where I would tell you, like, yo, why the fuck are you doing this?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too into detail, but, and you'd be like, oh, well, that's my sibling. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, but you know the way this is going to go. It's a pattern. It's going to continue to go this way.
And that's the loop we were talking about earlier.
And you would still do it. And I personally, I'm like, I felt bad because I'm like, yo, you're coming from a place of good, right? Like, you have a good heart. You're coming from a place of love. This person is coming from a place of manipulation and
greed.
Yeah.
And to me, it was like,
fly.
What?
No, it's a fly. There's a fly. Nope, there was a fly. Okay, we're back.
Why do flies only go to you, bro? Because I'm the shit.
I think you the shit, bitch.
I answered for you.
No,
all right.
Sorry, that fly distracted me. That fly distracted me.
Third part of this segment. Go to emotional safety. How do you communicate when you feel overwhelmed or insecure? Do you express, avoid, or try to control? And what makes you feel safe in those moments?
So that's hard for me. Sometimes especially when I feel
tissue?
For what?
Oh, I thought you were about to cry.
Estúpido.
Too bad it's only for show. The tissue box.
There's no tissues in there.
Facts of shit.
Juan
Damn,
B is me.
we could have at least.
Juan B is me clean out.
It's just the core.
Grow up, bro.
I grow up. You're the one that said the joke. How do you want me to grow up?
I never want to grow up, actually.
Jesus
I don't ever want to
Christ.
grow up either.
Jesus.
I you know what's funny? I was
No,
thinking,
answer the question. Answer the question. Wait.
I was thinking about this earlier.
Finish the segment.
I'm like, bro, I just turned 37.
Damn.
And I feel like I'm 20 still.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the gym stretching and like, you know, doing my poses or whatever. And I'm like, bro, when am I gonna grow up? Like I feel like I'm younger than when I was young.
Younger.
Younger. But anyway, all right. Okay. So what was the question again?
How do you communicate when you feel overwhelmed or insecure?
Oh, okay.
Are those glasses
Overwhelmed.
Jess for show?
Yo,
Bro,
facts.
who the fuck wrote that?
Me.
Not me.
My glasses aren't that strong.
No, you're just blind.
That's what she said.
Clearly, that's why I'm still in this friendship.
Ooh.
You want to go, bro?
You want to go? So how do I communicate how when I feel overwhelmed or insecure?
You insult.
I insult when I'm overwhelmed. No, when I'm overwhelmed, I notice it like I kind of like I get irritated and I get annoyed, but I have to like bring it back. Like I have to like, all right, bitch, you're overwhelmed. Like for some reason traveling overwhelms me. And like when we went to Jamaica and because I planned the whole trip, that brought so much anxiety in me that I didn't even realize that I fucking carried.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
spazzed on
You were
him
so
that day.
annoying.
On who?
On Chris.
No, you were just trying to, you know, when you host a party, you're just trying to make sure that everybody's having a good time. It's like, bro, these are all adults. They're going to have a good time if they want to have a good time.
Who cares
So
if
how
you order
is-
2 pieces of salmon
so
and there's
I-
only 2 pieces of salmon left? You know what I mean? Continue.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about at the airport on the way there.
Oh.
Because
Oh, 'cause you had anxiety the whole trip too.
yeah,
You
I
did.
did have
You were
anxiety the whole
itchy.
trip. Well, I was also not only did I have anxiety the whole trip, but I had fucking hives that I got an allergic
It's probably
reaction.
from your anxiety.
No, it was from the lotion that I used
Oh.
because it happened in Mexico too.
Was
And then the vacation after that, which was DR, I made sure not to use that fucking lotion, and I was fine the whole trip.
What's the lotion?
Yeah, please warn people.
It's a lotion I got off of Etsy, so maybe that's
Oh,
why.
there you-
That's
Who
why.
orders lotion off of Etsy? By the way, shout out to the guy that made our sign. But who orders lotion off of Etsy, bro?
There's plenty of stuff that's made handmade on
I'm
Etsy.
sorry, I'm not trusting no made at home shit on Etsy.
All
Like
right.
soap, lotion, toothpaste. Nah, I'm good, bro. That lotion, look at that. Look at you. Look at you. Hives.
Okay.
Made
So-
with natural ingredients.
So, all right.
Poison ivy.
Oh my god. All right, so back to overwhelm. Sometimes I deal with overwhelm by kind of I try to talk about it or I just kind of shut down a little bit because I feel like I'm too overwhelmed. Insecurities. I don't deal with insecurities that often other than when it comes to my abilities. Like I'm not very insecure when it comes to like my outer appearance that much. I'm more insecure on like, am I doing the right thing? Am I being like a good mom? Am I being a good partner? Am I being a good daughter? Like that's the kind of insecurities I deal with. And you know, I remind myself of all the good things that I have done. And the insecurities kind of like get a little bit better, but kind of
They unshed?
They unshed.
I mean,
They shed.
sorry, Mima.
Are we going by question each or we're answering?
Yeah.
No, just answer all 3.
Yeah. Oh.
All three, but I've been talking for a long time
You've been talking for a long time this whole time.
Well, let's just
because it's all
because
it's
I'm
all-
long-winded.
And what makes you feel
I am
safe in those moments?
long-winded.
Okay, so
Oh,
It
well,
all ties,
okay,
it all
okay,
ties
okay,
in together.
okay.
If you don't answer,
she can't read. That's fine.
Yeah,
Can
I
you read
can't
to her?
see it because first of
she
all, I
got
don't
that
know
from her
what.
dad.
I,
What makes you feel safe in those moments?
don't talk about my daddy like that.
You're the one that said it.
What do you mean? You're the one that said it.
No, you're the one that said he can't read.
Yeah, but that's because of his childhood.
Oh wow, I
That's
was literally
crazy.
thinking because he was older when he had you, so his sperm was older. That's where my brain went when he said that.
They go, what?
Because there's studies that come out that show the older a man is when he has a child.
He stops being able to read?
No, not be. It's for your eyesight, like you being blind. Not,
Oh.
Yeah, not your actual capability to comprehend words.
She funny. She
I hate both of y'all.
Mima has a silencer. She'd be like,
That wasn't even shady.
nah, you good.
I don't know. It's not bright in here anymore.
So what makes you feel safe in those moments?
Oh, what makes
Obviously
me-
not Mima.
Clearly not Mima. She makes me feel worse.
I make her feel safe.
Yeah, you do. You are a grounding individual. So what makes me feel safe in the moment? Just honestly, you know what's crazy is that even though I can become overwhelmed or overstimulated or, insecure, it doesn't take much for someone to be able to calm me. Like it literally no, like literally. Like it's you can tell me one sentence and if your voice is level and calming, I'm immediately calm. Like it.
Maybe the actual
Doing-
sound
It
of the
worked.
rain would help.
Huh? Like creating a safe space for me and reassuring me, that's what helps calm me. Just
Okay.
reassurance that no, it's fine, babe. We got this. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, we're gonna get there. I got this. Whatever. And I immediately like, okay. Like, it doesn't take much to calm me, really. It doesn't.
Calm down.
Let's get Mia in the room.
Yo, facts. Let's get Mia in the room.
No, actually, like me and Mia had a freaking discussion this past weekend, and guess what? My mom calmed the situation down, and I stepped away from it. It was actually very nice to have someone.
That was like
share.
a full circle moment right there.
It was a full circle moment because
3 generations.
it was about pregnancy, early pregnancy. Like, and my mom, like, because she asked if she could sleep over
Your mom?
her boyfriend's house.
Hell no. Hell
your daughter.
no.
I'm
Yeah.
like, your mom?
Hell
asked?
no.
She's a grown ass woman. The fuck?
Mia asked.
Mia, no. No.
And she's 18, but I was
Are
like,
you dumb?
hell no.
Are you dumb?
Guys, that's not how we.
That's not how you communicate. Are you stupid? Say that.
First of all, sometimes violence is the answer. That's how you communicate, with my fist in your ass.
Whoa.
I bet you never do it again.
Those are that's your aunt and uncle, Mia.
No,
I don't mean my
no.
fist in Mia's ass. I mean in other people's ass.
So anyways, it was nice because my mom stepped in
Mhm.
and I just kind of like away.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I think when it comes to Mia, it's just hard because I'm doing all the emotional labor. So
Yeah.
that's really,
Because her
That's
dad ain't
exhausting.
there.
yeah.
Fucking. Yeah.
Okay, the last question is:
And
do
what
you
makes
treat
you
yourself?
feel safe?
Girl, you just answered that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Okay,
Wait.
Jojo. It's time to shut up.
You actually skipped the second one.
but you have to answer them.
No, you skipped the second one.
No,
Do
she
you-
didn't.
Do you
What was it?
express, avoid, or try to control?
I express.
You express.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You are a yapper.
Sorry, I'm a yapper.
How do I communicate when I feel overwhelmed and insecure? So
You
when
shut them.
when
No,
I'm
like-
overwhelmed, I'm gonna take me a shower, and only those who get it. And
Zzz.
forehead to the wall.
And when I'm insecure, which I wish my man was in the room because I feel like conversations with your partner definitely trigger that vulnerability a lot more than any other relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, if I'm being honest, if I'm feeling a little insecure, something that he says makes me start spiraling like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Just take a moment. Literally just take a moment. I'm not going to say avoid, but I literally take time to process and not spiral into a fake story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's something that you made up in your head.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just, so to answer the question, maybe I don't communicate in the moment. I take a pause to make sure that I'm grounded in reality, not the story that's in my head. Because
Is it P-A?
Yeah.
Is it P-A-U-S-E or P-A-W-S? Because
So
you know you
it's
got a problem
It's
with
a
your hands.
pause. Do I express,
pause
avoid,
on.
or try to control? A little bit of all three. A little bit of all three. Depends on the situation. Sometimes I'm comfortable to express myself. Sometimes I still shut down. I don't think I try to control. Well, I do try to control, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
By shutting down, I guess I'm controlling it.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes you feel safe
Breakthrough
in those moments?
moment.
What makes me feel safe? Nothing. It's like,
Damn.
no, I think that I'm literally still learning that
You are safe.
through everything, no matter how many mistakes I make, no matter where I am, I think that I'm really starting to believe like I am enough and I am safe regardless of what the situation is. And I know I'm not a shady person, like, you know, I'm not malicious. So I don't ever question my intent in anything. So yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say what makes in the moment, like it's really hard to be like, I'm safe. Like you're triggered clearly. So
Yeah.
I'm a work in progress. It's basically
Everybody.
my sum
We all
of
are.
everything, and sometimes it's expression, sometimes it's avoidance, sometimes it's trying to be in control of the situation, sometimes it's shutting down, sometimes it's communicating in a healthy ass way. It really depends, if I'm being honest.
So for me, when I'm overwhelmed, I do the same thing. I take a step back. I
Take your glasses off.
I
You
do take
rub
my
one out?
glasses off.
Oh.
What? No. I can't come when I'm overwhelmed. I really can't.
You should use that energy.
So I
Nemo's always trying to
goddamn
manifest.
gas prices. So I no, when I'm overwhelmed, I take a step back. I gather my thoughts because, like I mentioned earlier, I want to go into the conversation with logic and not just emotion.
Right.
You get more accomplished when there's logic there when it comes to certain conversations, right? So obviously, some conversations with logic, emotion is going to come behind it sometimes. So,
I would hope so.
and when you don't want to just have like a
Sometimes
fucking
who wants to
bland ass.
But sometimes fuck logic. If we're having an emotional conversation, there's
Yeah.
no logic that you
It's
can
not
tie to
always
that.
logic.
Well, no,
logic
there's
on it.
there's
Yeah.
emotional. Yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
I know
There
what
are
you're
conversations
saying,
where
but-
the emotion overtakes it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or where it's just strictly emotional.
When it
not
comes to
logic.
relationships,
'Cause
that's
your feelings don't
really
make
what ends
sense.
up happening. When it's all about feelings, that's what's gonna happen. It's going to be more emotion than anything else.
Right.
When I feel insecure, I man the fuck up.
What do
It's
you
like,
feel insecure about?
Stop.
You know what's funny about that? Like
You do not.
I don't really. So
don't lie in front of this camera.
No. The only thing I ever feel insecure about now as an adult is parenting. Like I don't feel insecure about like my looks or anything like that.
Me too.
I feel
dude.
more insecure about parenting than anything else.
Like how I show up in the world is more of my
Mhm.
insecurity, not for
Fuck the world.
No.
Not even the world.
Yes.
I care more. Hold on, this is my time.
for people I care about in the world.
For me, it's like my kids and like, am I being a good husband?
Do you ever ask if you're being a good
Honestly.
friend?
No.
Clearly.
No.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, because no, but that's the thing. Friendships are not the
we're
same.
family.
Friendships are not the same as partners and children.
We're
They're not.
family.
No, but I'm
Friends-
saying on the side. I wasn't saying adding to that, but you ever ask yourself if you're being a good friend?
No, I know I could be a shitty friend sometimes. I said this already.
No, you
Like
don't.
I don't reach out. I'm horrible at reaching out. I am. And I really am. Like I'm just horrible at reaching out because I live in a bubble. But I like my bubble. I don't think
that's true. I think you're good at reaching out to people who you want to reach out
So
to.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. When you hurt your back, I literally put an
throwing
alarm.
it back.
Because you have
put an
ADHD.
alarm.
Though,
No, I know,
so
that's
it's
what I'm
not that you
saying.
don't
Yeah.
care.
I
that you
put
forget.
an alarm to remind me to text Mima how she's feeling.
And you
About her
texted
back.
me, and you texted me how I was feeling a couple months back when I was like not doing great.
Well, yeah, because we had a conversation about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but you randomly text me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not a horrible friend.
You're making it seem like you are, but you're not.
I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But I know I could do better, right?
I mean, can you?
At reaching out.
I agree. Like,
Yeah, at reaching out, I could definitely do better, right? I could definitely do better at reaching out. But if you need me, I'm there.
It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Are you?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
just kidding.
Juan, yeah, right. Because I'd be like, Juan, he'd be like, you have a boyfriend now.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, hold on. Juan, I need the shelf built from IKEA. What the fuck, Jason doing? Yeah, you do. You have a man.
But you're my best friend.
I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't replace you.
No, but that's
And you don't replace him.
no. But your man should be building shit at your house.
But what if he's
busy?
working?
Then he could build
That's
it
the
later.
same way, like me coming to help you. It's not like, where's your wife?
Yeah.
Where's your wife?
First of all,
I don't know why that accent comes out. When
I don't know. I don't know either.
That was more like Staten Island.
I almost thought we're in Staten Island.
first of all,
Where's your wife?
I'm not calling
I'm
you.
about to whack her.
I'm not calling you over to make me dinner.
Why not?
Bitch, you call me over to do manly ass shit.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
The fuck?
To like pick the weeds in the
He
yard.
calls
and
us
shit.
to
Like-
fucking work in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like
Hold
little
on. First of all,
slaves.
you love gardening.
I do.
You love. I would have thought your name was like Jose or something. As much as you love gardening.
Bro, can we do mulch in the front this year? Please, for the love
You know
of
what's
God.
funny? I put mulch up there already.
Did you?
The weeds are coming
Did you
out.
take it out of the bags?
Yeah. The weeds are coming out, so I gotta unweed it. All right, let me finish this.
All right,
Damn.
sorry, my bad.
Every time it's my turn, these girls want to fucking
Joke.
get all jokey and shit.
My bad, yo.
This is why I drink. It's like, and the way, do you express with avoidance or try to control? Do you express, avoid, or try to control? Sorry.
The fact that you can't reach your own shit.
Thank you.
Nah, it's because the commas, man.
Yeah.
I don't avoid at all because that
'Cause
just
you're a
causes,
Pisces.
it causes more problems. It causes your issue of now my ADHD brain is making stories up in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So now it's my issue?
It is.
Like, no.
Right? So
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
I express myself. I don't like to control the situation because that was actually my issue before where like I'm ready to talk about it. Let's talk about it now.
Yeah.
No. So no, I express
Bitch.
myself.
It's like,
And what makes me feel safe in those moments is just being heard. Like I don't want like I don't want to talk and then be interrupted like JoJo does. Like I want to just sometimes like just listen. Just listen. Don't if I say something, even if you disagree with it at the
listen and
moment.
validate. Don't just listen.
No, not even validate. I don't need validation when I'm talking to you about about something that bothered me.
Validation could be something as little as this.
Don't touch me. It's like that magic. Don't fucking touch her.
It's not like validation, like, yeah, Juan, I truly understand what you're going through. It's just really being in that moment, validating your feelings because they're valid, not just listening. And you could be talking, I'm just like, or
No,
I'm scrolling on my phone. That's
be-
rude as fuck.
Well, hold on though, because sometimes there's certain times where like if I'm scrolling on my phone, I'm not listening.
Yeah, we
There's
know.
other times where I'm scrolling on my phone to listen because what you're telling me is disinterest. I'm not interested in it, and I want to listen to you though. I want to hear what you're saying. So if I look at you, if I'm staring at you and like you're not getting nothing from me, it's because I'm like in La La Land.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how my brain works. Like you're opening your mouth and you're like, yeah, blah,
That's
blah,
crazy.
blah,
You're always
blah.
on the phone
And I'm just like,
when I'm talking.
well, because I'm listening.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm just
Sometimes
kidding.
you be talking about shit and I just be like, oh.
Sometimes he'd be just tunnel vision into what the fuck he's doing.
But you could tell because if you ask me something and I don't respond, then you know I'm not listening. The guys
And then he'd be listening to our conversations.
my friends do it all the time. They're like, yo, he checked out. And I'd be like, what happened? And then that's how they know, like, oh, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I be checking out too sometimes though, because like, shut the fuck up already.
You know what it is? Sometimes people tell me, are talking to me about stuff, and I'm just like, yo, get to the fucking point. Like in my head, I'm like, I know where this is going. Just tell it to me so I can verify.
Or also like, bitch, this is the 20th time. When are you gonna learn your lesson?
That's actually how I feel about you sometimes. Like when you're telling
I'm
me a
only
story.
at like the 10th, the 10th try. I'm not at my 20th yet.
She's not at her 20th
I got
yet.
10 more
no,
times,
11.
bro.
11.
Today?
Jesus.
Yes, today is 11. Today was 11.
Nah, today's like 7.
Today was 11. Stranger Things.
And as I've said, I'm a work in progress.
everyone's a work in progress.
All right then. So
We
let
are
me
a
have my
work in
20 times.
progress,
Especially
for
all
forever.
the shorties going to Miami.
I did also want to add to this because as you were talking, it brought this up because I'm thinking more in my communication with adults, but I think my communication with my son is like the hardest thing ever. Oh my god,
These kids don't fucking listen.
Yeah.
Not even that. It's just hard to, or maybe I just feel like it needs to be the right thing to say. Like, I don't know. Not that I try to control because I know that that's not the way. They immediately shut you out. Like la 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 la. Like Juan just said, they're in La La Land the minute you try to control the situation. But when you're having, I would say maybe like a disagreement, or you know, it's a little more difficult to not be like, because I fucking said so, you know,
Because that's all we heard.
Yeah, that ass.
But it's also because like I want what's best for you, and I know a little more about the
We have a little
situation
bit more
than
life
you know
experience
about yourself. But it's like kids don't want to hear that.
No,
shit.
I did learn though that what kids don't want to hear is the comparisons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to hear when I was younger, when I was growing. They don't want to
Yeah.
hear none of that.
They don't.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Like they're in their head, they're like, I'm not you though.
Right.
This is not back in the day. Honestly.
Yeah.
But what kids don't understand is that humans, we have archetypal behavior. We have patterns.
Mhm.
Everything is patterns. And that's why people say, oh, she's got mommy issues, or she's got daddy issues, or I'm sorry, it's mostly men with the mommy issues and then women with the daddy issues, and then sometimes both. But because these traumas cause patterns in people and how they react. So even though kids don't know this, but we know this, and that's what we're trying to show them, like, hey, I XYZ because I know this because of XYZ of but they're also like trying to fight to try to find who they fucking are.
Yeah.
So
That's really what it is. It's
So
almost like
my-
they have to go
my
through their
son,
own shit.
Who is biracial, but he's white skinned. He actually got called a nigga on the park the other day. He
Damn.
got called a motherfucking nigga.
wait.
With a hard
With
ER?
a hard ER?
I think the kid said both, right?
The kid.
Oh.
What was the kid though?
I think he was white.
Oh damn.
But- So I said, Peyton, how did you feel? Like, and Peyton's the type of kid, like, he literally just let it roll off of him. But he said he thought about, like, taking it a step further, but he realized, like, it
wasn't worth it.
one wouldn't even make him feel better and wasn't worth it.
Good
But
for him.
I can kind of tell, like, he really wasn't fazed by it, which made me happy. Because, like, I mean, one is, like, we're not 15 years ago where niggas would have got their teeth knocked out for saying something like that. But it's also just, like, we just evolved past giving those kind of people
Energy.
a reaction.
Yeah,
You know,
reaction.
like,
I'll
I was
tell you
like,
what,
damn.
you never forget the moments.
And if he did
that are
decide to punch the
racist.
kid,
What?
I would be like,
I've yet to forget most racist moments that I've gone through.
Me, when I was in high school, right? Me and one of my friends were walking down Main Street in Woodbridge, and there was an old lady coming up the street. We were going to the park, right? She stops in front of us, and now mind you, this was summertime, and you know I get dark in the summer.
Yeah.
She was also dark skinned, like naturally. This lady goes, "You niggas are on the wrong side of the street." Straight like that, right? So I literally just laughed because I'm like, yo, this old racist, not mine, it was an old lady. So
I was also black.
No, she was white.
Oh, I thought you said she was naturally dark skinned too.
No, my friend.
No,
was
his
not
friend.
from
Oh, your friend.
there. You should
okay.
learn how to listen. The
I can't wait to listen to the video back to see if you said my friends.
I did.
Because you know how some people tell a story and they say something in their head and they think they said it out loud.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time, but he did.
But I did.
Anyway, keep going.
No, that was it.
Oh, good. Anyway.
I didn't forget that. I never forgot that.
Well,
I still see her in my dreams.
she should have said.
As a kid, Spanish people would say racist shit
All the time.
about me, not knowing that
That
I
you were
was
Dominican.
That was Dominican and understood.
Oh, remember when I worked at Walgreens and the people walked in and they thought I was Indian?
Yes.
And they were talking mad shit in Spanish.
That's what I was about to
Yes.
say.
And they
I'm
walked
surprised
away
she
and I
didn't
was
say that to you.
like, Pasen buen dia. That lady turned white as a ghost.
It's because Juan has that like really fine.
I had really fine hair.
Very fine hair that
Yeah.
if you saw him, you'd be like, "Oh, hello, thank you very much."
I don't think that's how people would just talk to me if I saw that. I don't think that's how that happens.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happens.
No,
No,
it's not. No.
I guess we'll
Like,
never
you don't
know.
just see an Indian person and you're just like,
You've never had anybody come up to you. It's like,
hi. No, bro. I wonder what that dance means. Like, I hope we're not being disrespectful.
it's Bollywood.
It's comedy anyway, so who cares, right? No lines in comedy.
Yeah, it's true.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Of vulnerability. Psych. I'm just kidding.
Solely for laughs. This one was a little more solely than anything else.
Yeah, it's a little bit more soul in this one because you can't have one without the other.
Make sure you guys send us your questions at 201-609-6274. And please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you on next week's episode of Solely for Laughs.
Hey.
And Juan will send all the pictures.
Basically, I want you to tell me that everything we done is okay.